Shalom, and welcome to Challenging Torah, a program of the Malibu Jewish Center and Synagogue. Last week we started our exploration of the tabernacle with the words, Asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. Make me a holy space, a sanctuary, God says, and I will dwell with you. And we talked about this invisible God dwelling, having a presence, a voice that could be heard between the two cherubs, just in that vacated holy space. God heard by a voice, but only by the high priest, and only once a year. Now we come to the place that God says in Titzaveh, which means, and you, Moses, please command. Also, Titzaveh means join together, so this is together with everyone. Tell the Israelites to gather for me oil, katit lemeor, beaten olive oil, to light the lights of the Ner Tamid, light that will always be with them. God dresses in light. It's not the olive oil that's holy, but the light, the glow that shines out of the light that we can always access, the same light. That's the light that God said, V'yehi or, and light happens in creation. That light is now accessible to us in the tabernacle so that we always can feel God's presence. Light as a garb for Shekhinah, the Holy One. We see, we hear, but we can only access God when God gets dressed. I've always had the desire to write a sermon, at least, entitled Shekhinah Goes Shopping. I'll admit it, I'm a shopper. I'm someone who loves to look at colors and find those things which manifest the glory of this universe. I shop. God shops. How does God get dressed? God gets dressed in the colors of the sunset. God gets dressed in autumn leaves. God gets dressed in all of these beautiful moments that we visually see, and the tabernacle brings them together with the most sacred objects in an array of colors. It is not a black and white world. So as Shekhinah gets dressed, the priests get dressed too. And God is not shy as a clothing designer, not at all. So as God's models walk down the runway, they are wearing an amazing outfit. Underneath, a light blue robe that reflects the colors of the sky. There is an audio to it. It has little pomegranate bells that tinkle as the high priest moves. It's covered by an apron made of very specific checkered cloth. It has a breastplate that has 12 different elements. We're not quite sure what they are because we don't know the Hebrew words and what it really matches, of crystals. We try to put it together ourselves, but it's not quite the same thing. Of crystals that shine and perhaps even light up when the high priest wears them. On his shoulder, there are 2 different gold epaulets that carry the names of the tribes. It's a great outfit. And the best, on the high priest's forehead is a band that says, Holy to God. What an outfit, as my mother would say. Clothing makes a difference. Adam and Eve, at first, were in the Garden of Eden, and before that fatal moment with the apple, they were naked. They were nude. They were dressed in a birthday suit. It was good enough. And perhaps light shone from their bodies. After they fall from that place of grace, first a fig leaf, and then God says, now you can't walk around a fig leaf. Let me make beged or for you, something made of leather. But of course, there's the great play on words, because or with an aleph is light, beged or with leather is an ayin, but perhaps we are able to come to that place where we redeem ourselves and wear light. The light that we exude when we smile, when we shine, that's the light that reflects God's face. And so as we stand at our Shabbat table this evening, let us hope we are appropriately dressed. We all know what dress appropriate attire means put on a clean shirt. Don't wear shorts to the synagogue. The rabbi does not appear in yoga clothes on the bima. There is a moment of propriety where we dress properly. Take a moment before this Shabbat. Put on something you really love. Stand there, and as you light those candles, release that glow into your home and into your heart, and know that with this light, Einer Tamid, you reflect God's face. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.